Hi, friends. I'm Katie.
And I'm Lauren, and welcome to Okay, But Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today, we're recapping and chatting about Bob's Burgers, Season 5, Episode 3, Friends with Burger Fits, and Episode 4, Dawn of the Peck. We always start off with a synopsis, so here is Friends with Burger Fits. Teddy has a checkup with his doctor and tells the Belchers his cholesterol is high. Bob struggles with trying to trick Teddy into eating healthier. The kids pour water on the walk in floor and create a mini ice rink. Teddy goes to extremes to try and get a burger from Bob after Bob tries to help him work out. Linda finds the kids in the frozen walk in and helps them run a freezer dome where they battle their friends. Teddy brings along Bob for an intensive weekend stuntman boot camp. Bob wants to support Teddy but loses his temper after a night of no sleep. Teddy doesn't take Bob's outburst well and heads to Dusty's feed bag. Bob tries to keep Teddy from eating the belt buckle belly buster. He gets thrown out of a window while trying to keep Teddy from eating the 5-pound burger and admits he is Teddy's best friend. The kids battle it out in the freezer dome and Louise defeats the big kids. Can you say that 5 times fast? What a belt buckle belly buster?
No, I'm not gonna try.
Like, no, thank you.
No, I'm good.
The good news is we got an episode with an intro again.
We got an intro and we got burgers. At least one of them. The other one has nothing again.
It has nothing again because it was, I guess, kind of like another special episode since the next one is our Thanksgiving episode. But what did you get for the vacant storefront?
Was gift wrappers, which is spelled Rappers. Freestyle gift wrapping.
That's a choice.
That is a choice. I don't know if I really want. I mean, I'm already terrible at gift wrapping. Like when I wrapped Emily's presents for Yule this year, like I did my best. I did my absolute best. I also tried to make sure anything that was oddly shaped got put into like a box like shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't already need freestyle gift wrapping. I'm bad enough at regular gift wrapping.
I'm the mom. I gift wrapped everything. My husband does fairly well.
Emily's much better at it than I am.
What'd you get for the pest control van?
The mice knowing you exterminators.
Nice knowing you.
Mm-hmm.
How many burgers did you get?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have 5.
Yes. Okay, so we have the remains of the day burger. Romaines.
Yeah.
Or as I said the first time, remains of the day, which like again with like you don't want people thinking that you're serving the meat from the from the place next door. Maybe don't use that.
I love that they play with that a little bit though from time to time. They're like,
Yeah.
no, we still remember what this originally was.
Yeah. We have the subconscious burger on a sub roll.
This was actually seen during Bob's dream. You see this during Bob's dream, which is why they did it that way, which is so much fun.
Exactly. But honestly, a burger on a sub roll, or I guess in this is also the contentious thing of like the different regions call different things differently. My area would be a hero roll. I don't remember exactly where New Jersey fits in that realm of what they call certain things.
Yeah.
My guess is maybe subs because Jersey Mike's is usually considered a sub. But
yeah,
I would call it a hero roll. Either way, I've had a burger like that or like a burger like sandwich on like a hero roll. It's and to be fair, I've had like a burger like with like a actual patty as opposed to a sandwich from New York City that is ubiquitous with New York City. If you're from New York City, I feel like most people, the chopped cheese. Have you heard of this?
No.
Exactly.
What is this?
So basically,
okay.
Like,
I feel like this is your J-Lo moment. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Newsflash: no one fucking knows what you're talking about with your orange drink. No one fucking knows. This is what I mean when I say. But it's funny. This is what I mean when I say that it's ubiquitous for New York City if you're from New York City or you're in the general area. Because most people outside of New York City have never heard of a chopped cheese. They go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Basically,
yeah, that's me. I can't wait to hear this.
It is a bodega sandwich, so it does work in with the if you know you know. But like a basic chopped cheese is basically the components of a cheeseburger. You put the burger patties on the grill, but they break up like the patties, so it just kind of turns into like you grill like the ground meat kind of in with the cheese. So it's like a cheesesteak, but for people that don't want to chew through steak, basically. And then you put it on a hero roll or whatever bread you want to get with whatever toppings. Most people I think probably do like the standard like lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mayo with your chopped cheese, I would assume. I've never had one. I don't have any desire to have one, quite frankly. I would just eat a hamburger.
I would just have one. If I ever visited New York, I feel like I would just try one to say I tried it.
Yeah, but I feel like there's so many other things I would have you try before a chopped cheese, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
There is
One
that.
day.
One day.
One day.
We'll just do a tour of the bagel places that I like in Manhattan.
Oh my god, please. And then I can finally say I ate a real bagel.
A real bagel. To be fair, I did tell Sammy where to find good bagels, but they just didn't get into the city early enough to actually go.
That's valid.
It is what it is. I would send you all bagels, but from the place that I like, but it's expensive.
Oh yeah, we priced that before when we were talking about it, I think originally, and it's too expensive to send that.
Yeah,
to
it's like $60 for like a baker's dozen worth of bagels,
oh
and
my goodness.
and like half a pound of cream cheese. Like, why?
In this economy?
No. So the next burger was the Parsnips Vous Française burger.
A play on Do You Speak French?
We have the Beater Late Than Never burger.
I mean, now if you make beets the right way, they're delicious.
Yeah.
So I could see doing this, especially on a good roll.
Like a pickled beet?
Exactly, like a nice pickled beet, but a good, like, you have to have the right cheese and the right roll with it.
Yeah. And lastly, the Peas and Thank You burger.
I don't know about this one. This hopefully just comes with peas. Please don't put green peas on a burger.
I could see, like in the UK, like mushy peas. I could see that on a burger because it is a little more of like a cohesive. At least it's like a sauce at that point. At the least.
Those are all our burgers, but you got burgers.
I got burgers. You know, the fact that there were 5 burgers slightly mixed up with the fact that there were none in the next one. Because I feel like at least like per Bob's episode, I want at least 3 burgers overall per podcast episode.
That's fair. I could see.
That's like my ideal number.
With me, I love the next episode so much. It's like there is no question. This is you have your Miller's Daughter. I have Dawn of the Peck.
It's a great week for our content.
It really truly is. And so for me, I'm like, when we have really fun episodes like that, I don't mind not having the opening sequence, but then I like get really excited because when they do like Halloween and Christmas, you kind of get that they change the intro because then it's like that theme.
Yeah.
But this one is just we have to get. I like Friends with Burger Fits, but I'm in this mode right now in my brain of like I have to get through this to tell you about Dawn of the Peck because I'm so excited. But Brian Husky plays CJ, which is the 2 guys that run that lovely stuntman boot camp are CJ and Darnell. Brian Husky played CJ, so he does a few different voices, just like H. John Benjamin. But I'm sure you picked up on who was Darnell.
That was Keegan-Michael Key, right?
That was Keegan-Michael Key. He returns again.
You can always tell when it's him. He doesn't change his voice enough. Like he like I think I've said this before. He differentiates his voice, but it's always still him at the end.
Ever so slightly. Jordan Peele will play a character, and you're like, oh my god, that's really him.
Yeah.
This is obviously, we finally got an opening sequence. The last time we had one was Gene and On, so it's been a little while for us.
Yeah.
If you paid close enough attention, Bob's unfinished tattoo is visible when he climbs out of bed before getting changed into his sweatpants.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
You can actually see it if you go back and watch. The Freezer Dome subplot is a parody of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. The characters' costumes resemble characters from the movie. And the rule, 2 kids enter, 1 kid leaves, parodies the rule, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. So our Freezer Dome is based off Mad Max.
Lovely.
And more continuity. This is the first episode that the ice cream machine has been shown working since the debuting. So, because if you remember, Mike was getting himself ice cream in the back. The ice cream machine does still work, but it's the first time they show us it. Looks like you probably had to like take a little bit to get it fixed or something.
Possibly.
That's all I don't have a ton of fun facts for these both these episodes, but I've wrote down so many notes because the one-liners, the things that these characters say, what happens is just too fucking funny.
I pulled out a lot of lines.
My favorite one, I just want to start with it because I know you have had to have written it down, is I'm killing Teddy. What? You're going to kill Teddy? All right. Car's gassed up. That's good. Guess we could homeschool the kids. Linda is a supportive wife.
I did not write that. I didn't write. I wrote down that she's a supportive wife, but I did not write down in that
that line.
In that same sequence, though, what I wrote down was, I really value that 30 inches of formica that's between us. Are you talking about your ding dong daddy?
Honestly, you could write down half this episode and have so many amazing lines. It's so funny.
We were talking about our own medical stuff before we started recording, but just the thing of like, why aren't you listening to your doctor? I'm not ignoring him, I'm just not listening to him.
Okay. So Teddy, the whole best friends thing with Bob and Teddy, and Bob being in complete denial that he's not that Teddy's not his best friend, when the whole time you're like, yes, he is. Like, he's there every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I still think it's an interesting choice with the whole stuntmen thing and getting and wanting to do that, but like seeing them saying stuntmen are the greatest athletes in the world, I'm like, interesting choice.
I mean, they are. I mean, they are some of the greatest athletes because they do a lot to their bodies on purpose.
They do a lot to their bodies on purpose. Which then leads into the line from Linda. Oh my God, they're doing drugs to each other. Best line.
Yes. Wake up, stunt boys. I'm sorry, that was weird. I don't have a bugle.
It's better though because it's coming from Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The last one that I wrote down just for one-liners that I pulled out was stickers of shame.
Oh my God. And then he's gonna be scared inside and out. And I'm like, oh my God, because he's like burning.
Yeah.
Scarred, not scared.
Scarred. Scarred inside and out.
In my defense, okay, if anybody listening to this, I am sick right now and I'm still doing this.
Yes. Katie is high on antibiotics.
Okay, do you actually get high on
I'm sure if you can get high on anything if you try hard enough.
And that goes back. Oh my God, they're doing drugs to each other.
I will say, Stuntman Boot Camp, like as a workout, like the fake fighting that they saw them doing in the park, not probably the best workout, but like training to be a stuntman so that you can safely fall down a flight of stairs, or you can safely throw yourself through a fake window, not a real window, the sugar glass window.
Yeah.
Because real windows actually do hurt very much.
Learning to tumble safely.
Learning to tumble and like to control your body so you move, or the way that you can fall properly. Learning to fall is an important aspect of stunt work to begin with. Learning to fall is an important aspect of any sport, really. I mean, that's the one I used to roller skate. That was like the first thing of any of the videos that I watched was like, before you learn how to skate, learn how to fall so you don't hurt yourself.
Exactly.
That you're gonna fall anyway. You might as well do it correctly.
Like, I feel like it's the same with any sport, because even if you pick up something as simple as running, make sure you don't fall the wrong way if you do trip.
Yep, exactly. Learn what to use to catch yourself, because I can't say I've fallen like not knocking on all of the things. Like I haven't fallen too badly on like my my treks out onto trails and stuff like that. I've definitely, when I was roller skating though, because I used the same trail that I used to run on, now I used to roller skate on, and like it's not that it's not an upkept trail, it's a paved trail, and the section that I would always use is I would always make sure it's like the flatter one where there aren't like bumps from like tree roots and stuff. But there's debris, there's sticks, there's small rocks that are gonna stop your wheels. Like it's important just to be aware of them and know that if I go forward, okay, I've got apple pads, we're gonna use those first.
Right. I trip over my own feet. I can't say anything.
If you're roller skating, I can't stress this enough. I know you have wrist guards. Do not use your wrists to break your fall.
No.
Even if you're wearing wrist guards.
Please don't use any joints either.
Like use like just your first like your first reaction should be to use your knees. Get low to the ground and use your knees, because that at least has the biggest surface area, and if you're lower, you won't hurt yourself. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. See, we get lessons from Lauren from time to time.
Or try and or contrary to that, if you're gonna fall down, try and fall backwards on your butt, pick a cheek.
Honestly, yeah, that's the most cushion.
Because that way, if you pick one side, that way you're less likely to land on your tailbone.
I have too much ass for that.
I mean, me too.
If we want to get real,
it's safer that way. Pick a side. Here's your roller skating safety lesson for the day.
We went from stuntmen to roller skating.
It's the similar mechanics at the end of the day. Because have you seen roller derby?
Yes, we have a team. Like we actually have like a team out here. I've never been to see them, but I've seen some of their training, and of course they're on social media. And I've always wanted to do it. And I'm short, and I'm actually really good at skating. I'm one of those people once I give me a few minutes, and I've got it down again.
Mm-hmm.
And but I bruise easily.
That's yeah.
So did you heard also that Teddy paid that guy $300 to
Yep.
go get him that burger? Like that's how
Mm-hmm.
desperate Teddy is for one of Bob's burgers.
I think he has a problem.
Just a little bit. Can you get
Just a tiny
addicted to
bit.
red meat?
Um, Not necessarily red meat, but I think you can. I think there is like the casein and like in cheese. It has addictive like narcotic like
Yes.
properties.
It
So like,
has
you can
been
definitely
proven
get
that cheese
addicted
is
to
addictive.
cheese. Yeah, you can get addicted to cheese. I don't think you can get addicted to red meat. I don't think there's anything in there that that simulates any kind of
You should
like
tell the carnivores that.
we should tell them a lot of things.
That cholesterol exists.
Yeah.
Hence Teddy. Um,
Exactly.
my other favorite line that I did, I think this is my last line that I wrote down, was you really can tell that Louise is Linda's daughter when she starts singing "Everybody Kiss My Butt."
Mm-hmm.
It's just in that moment, of course, Linda starts singing with her, and I'm like, "This is your proof." Even though, because there's theories about the hat. One of
Yeah.
the theories as to why Louise wears the hat is because she doesn't like that she looks so much like her mother.
Okay, I can
And
see that.
so that's one of those moments where I'm like, oh no, I love this. Like, because you can, in this moment, you can tell just how much she is like her mom because she tries to
Mm-hmm.
spend more time with her dad. She's
Yeah.
a daddy's girl. It
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. But yeah, that is one of the theories. Some people think she wears the hat because she looks too much like her mom and she doesn't want to.
That's fair.
I don't know the other theories because that's like the main one I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh, and Bob being thrown out a window. Why did we throw him out a window?
He basically got bum rushed out of the Dusty's feed bag,
Yeah, but I'm like, there's a door right there. He just came
but
through it.
it's not as dramatic
That's
if
true.
you don't just throw him through a window. But fair, real windows are painful. But I'll admit I do watch videos of people that do like these like bizarro food
Mm-hmm.
challenges. Normally they're people that are like they do this. This is the sport that like, this is one of the sports that they're in is the extreme eating because like they you do train for this like because you
Oh
can be a
yeah.
very like most of them are very physically fit people. Like the one woman that I watch that does a bunch of these I think is like Katina Eats Kilos is like I think what her account is called or something like that. And she's like a relatively petite, she's very fit, but she's a relatively petite woman. And I've seen some of like her volume training of like how she trains like to eat like such large portions. And basically it's just a case of she eats a lot of really big salads because it's a lot of volume for a lot of calories.
My digestive system could never.
No, absolutely
No.
not. But I've seen her eat burgers that are like so like that are like I don't know a
Oh,
yard tall because it's like three like third pound burgers with toppings plus french fries plus I watched her eat this giant steak once.
oh my God.
I don't know how. It was like the world's biggest like porterhouse steak or something like that.
Nope. As someone who can't digest red meat very well, like I actually don't eat. I know I've been talking about, I've done a lot of veganism. I'm mainly plant based. I still eat some things just because my body is not the best at digesting most things. So I got to eat what I can
Yeah.
digest. I eat
Hmm.
mostly plant based, but like red meat is completely off the table. Like I can't eat beef.
That's fair.
It hurts. It's not a good
That's
idea for
fair.
me. I don't have much on this one.
Yeah, I did write down walking 9 miles a day should give Mike good calves.
It really should.
Yeah.
Because
Like
city milk
ultimately.
carriers, they do. They have different routes that you have to get out and deliver by hand.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess in that area because like where I used to work there was a mail carrier that that walked because it was a lot of like residential buildings but then
Mm-hmm.
also buildings that were residential that are now apartments so it's not one mailbox they have to go up to the front porch for the different apartments or
Yep.
was a residential building that got turned into multiple commercial tenants so again you're getting out so like that route is by foot because it has to be.
Oh yeah. City routes have got to look very interesting in larger cities. We wouldn't know because we live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But what did you rate this one?
So this one got eights across the board because like this one was a generally enjoyable episode. It was funny. It had some heart to it. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of Teddy, and like I know Teddy is growing on me, but I don't think I need full episodes about him. Still don't aren't the best in my video. Not best for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little too much Teddy. So eights across the board. It's a solid episode. It's above like because I would consider like sevens across the board being like it was fine. Like nothing like terribly good or bad against it. But if we're gonna talk like eights across the board, we're like it was a solid episode.
Okay. I gave plot and character 8 as well.
Okay.
I did give personal 10. There's just something about, like I said, it always goes down to, I've seen so much more of this. I've seen all of Bob's Burgers. So for me, it's like where you kind of start seeing Bob and Teddy have more of a friendship, and I really enjoy it for that standpoint. Season 5, episode 4, Dawn of the Peck. It's Thanksgiving, and Linda is running the turkey trot with Teddy while the kids attend the Thanksgiving festival at Wonder Wharf. Bob is very upset and refuses to cook Thanksgiving dinner. The turkey trot ends up a terrible idea. The 500 turkeys and other various birds run wild and start attacking all the participants. The kids end up stuck on the scramble pan and have to figure out how to escape the ride after Mickey abandons them. Teddy and Linda hide from the turkeys and remember the kids are also on the wharf. The kids unsuccessfully try to escape the ride until the adults come to their rescue. Bob relaxes at home and ends up drunk, leading him to give in and go to the store to buy a turkey to cook. All the birds escape Wonder Wharf when Animal Control shows up. Teddy saves everyone on the tickle boat and heads to find Bob. They find him at the grocery store, drunk and running from turkeys. Linda pecks everyone, fixing the pecking order, and everyone escapes to safety. Never thought I'd write something like that a day in my life.
That's it's quite the synopsis.
It really is. But with this, we do not have an intro, so there's no vacant storefront, no pest control van, and no burgers.
Nope.
But there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is. I'll admit, I've never understood like turkey trots on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand like the day before, less so the day after, like the weekend after, because like who wants to run a 5K usually after eating everything on Thanksgiving?
I would do it before.
I would do it before. I would do it like the Saturday after, because like usually
I think a lot of them tend to be early in the morning too, though, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I guess in my case, where I live is where we host Thanksgiving, but like people gotta travel, I guess. But like I just feel like a day in the surrounding vicinity, the proceeds go towards a food bank or something. I get it. I'm just, on Thanksgiving seems like a lot to me.
I'm the one that cooks things. I host and cook Thanksgiving now. I am that person though. I wouldn't mind doing that first thing in the morning, but I've already told you we talk about health stuff. I'm reaching a point in my life where I can do these things finally.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to most of my life. So I think that's more me being like, I want to do it once just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I only have 2 really fun facts for this because there's not a lot of fun facts, but there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot that goes on and it's got a lot in this episode that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
But Brendan Small reprises his role as the animal control guy. This is the same guy from Sacred Cow.
Gotcha.
Which has been a while.
Yeah.
A drunk Bob says, "That's classic you," to his turkey baster. This is a reference to Sterling Archer's line. This is the other role that he plays in this is Archer. That's the show. I'm mixing up my words. I just said Sterling Archer, and then I go to say Archer again, and my brain's like, that doesn't compute.
It's too many times. It no longer sounds like a word.
Exactly. But this is referring to his mother, Mallory Archer, or variations of the line. But of course, Bob H. John Benjamin voices both of them. So they kind of like to play around with different things between those 2 characters. I need to look into like if any of the writers work on both, because that would be even funnier.
Yeah.
Honestly, but I'm just now thinking of that, so who knows? Maybe.
I do have
the beginning.
I do have a question about the turkey baster, and this is, why was it in a junk drawer and not with other cooking utensils?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he only uses it once a year.
But you can use it for other things. It doesn't have to be for turkeys. You could use it for roast chickens. You could use it for others.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a special turkey baster to Bob. He really loves his Thanksgiving. Him and Thanksgiving, man. The beginning of this, though, did remind me of Jurassic Park.
Yes!
I really love the beginning.
I wrote that down. I'm like, are we really making a Jurassic Park reference with turkeys? Oh, yes. I wrote, yes. The answer is yes.
But that makes sense, though, when you look at the new science coming out around dinosaurs and the fact that like, velociraptors were most likely feathered. They all, like, all the birds and everything.
Well, yeah, because our modern-day poultry is descendant of dinosaurs. Therefore, your dino nuggies are, in fact, dino nuggies.
Which is awesome. I would not run with them, though.
No. Running... I said they're doing the running of the bulls with turkeys? Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to run with them. And as always, the fish odors are ridiculous.
Yes.
Because they're just like, everything's fine. We're just going to lock everybody in Wonder Wharf.
The running of the turkeys, etc.
etc. And then I loved Linda completely believing we rejected Thanksgiving and now it's attacking us. She's like, I should never have done
No,
this.
exactly. That's exactly what it is. Linda was a mood this entire episode. Like
She really
starting out
was.
with the running belt of with the water bottles, and I'm like, I you don't need that much water for a turkey trot because they're usually a 5K, which is 3
Yeah.
miles ish.
It's like, yeah, just over 3. I think it's like 3.2 or
It's
something like that. It's just over 3
3.1
miles.
miles. And
Yeah.
like I'll admit I have a running vest that does come with like little like water bottles that are supposed to go in it, but like I usually take one of them, and that's 500 milliliters if I'm going to be out for longer than 40 minutes, because that's what I need for hydration usually. Like 500 milliliters is all you need. Like for a 5K, you maybe need one of those water bottles, not the entire thing. Though they did come in handy, I suppose.
They did.
Kind of.
Kinda trying to get the kids off the scramble
Yeah.
pan. I love the whole thing though. There's a drunk operator override switch on the ride. Like all the rides have
In
these.
case the operator like staggers onto the ride.
I mean, my goodness. I loved that we got Bill Hader back again as Mickey. You like I tell you, I watch these way too much. You get more Bill Hader
Okay.
throughout season 5, which makes me really happy. Nice. I love Mickey's character. He's so freaking funny. He's the perfect amount. Like something about Bill Hader's voice too. I don't know what it is. But I loved his line of "It's the turkey's time to rule the earth now. We had our chance and we blew it."
Beginning of a turkey revolution is the most logical response. That's exactly what's happening.
I mean, it really is. I am going to say this with my whole chest because I am completely sober now, but hey, daytime whiskey is such a vibe.
Yeah. Well, I wrote down like it feels like Bob goes mildly crazy in every Thanksgiving episode, because like this time he got drunk. Last time he was sleepwalking on allergy medication, and the first one in season 3 was when he drank the absinthe.
I don't know if we ever see a Thanksgiving episode where Bob doesn't lose his mind at least a little bit. But I love Drunk Bob. Drunk Bob is hilarious.
Drunk Bob is a mood.
He really is. I don't know why I wrote this, but apparently I wrote Bob and his turkey baster forever. Like why? I forgot how much he loves his turkey baster. He really does truly love this turkey baster.
Yeah, apparently.
Do you like the whole? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As I pointed this out. I can't remember where this is. I'm guessing it's at their house. But the soap dispenser by the sink kind of looked like Kevin the sea cucumber from SpongeBob.
Are you serious?
I think it's the one in there. I think it's the
I'm gonna have to go back and watch
the sink in their apartment. I think, but it looked like Kevin the sea cucumber.
I could see that though, which is so funny because you're gonna hit another episode that will make that even funnier. In all honesty, and I can't say it yet, but I cannot wait.
Okay.
I hate these moments where I'm like, oh my god, I want to talk about this thing that happens, but you're not there yet.
Welcome to my world.
I'm
sitting on the identity of this character that's been sitting behind me for like a year.
I know, it's killing me. I loved the whole poultry-based disturbance.
Oh, yeah. This is my question. Can you not mix turkeys with other birds?
I don't know.
Like, is that a psychological ornithology thing? Like that they'll go crazy?
Word.
Ornithology is a fun word to say. I'm still reeling literally from the episode about Once Upon a Time 110 where I said, "Well, cool, this bird is ornithologically inaccurate." I've just got that word down.
Oh goodness. While female turkeys can typically live with chickens without issue, male turkeys are another story. A tom could seriously injure or even kill a chicken if he was to mount them, and unfortunately there are reports of this occurring at sanctuaries.
Okay.
Good
to know. So it's not on purpose. They don't go wild.
It's instinct.
It's instinct.
They're like, wait, this is smaller than me. I'm gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We do this for fun.
We do.
Okay. Letting the kids flip off all the turkey, like all the birds. 10 out of 10 parenting. I'd do it.
Yes, absolutely.
That was amazing.
The tickle boat. Have we seen that before?
No, this is the first time you see the tickle boat. And
what the fuck is that?
Well, it killed that guy.
Yes, I got that.
The only thing I really have on that for you is I think this is the only time we see it. I don't remember seeing it in any other episodes, but bear with me. There's 14 seasons of this show. But ironically, last night, right after we finished recording, so we had to split our recording up this week, our power went out. And so we had nothing really to do. And so my daughter's like, let's play Monopoly. I only own one game of Monopoly, and that's Bob's Burgers Monopoly.
It's a good version.
The tickle boat is one of the railroads.
Oh my god, really?
It really is. I think it's the Scream Cane, the tickle boat, the scramble pan, and then one other I can't remember right now. But yeah, the tickle boat's one of the railroads. Gotcha. That's all that came to my mind. I'm sitting there like doing my notes today. I'm like, we played Monopoly last night. She actually beat her parents. She beat us. I did love the line, "Oh, sweet Rudy, you probably won't live to see the end."
Like, yeah. I did wrote, yes, let's sacrifice Andy and Ollie.
Oh, please, yes.
Absolutely. Let's sacrifice them. Throw them off the scramble pan. They'll figure it out.
But like Jimmy not being anywhere around to see what's going on with his kids.
No, he doesn't care.
Not a care in the world. The last line I wrote down was Queen of the Peckers. I'm dead. Like Queen of the Peckers.
Queen of the Peckers. That's what she is.
Oh, it's a choice. But yeah,
it is a choice.
Anything else you have on Dawn of the Peck?
I mean, again, back to my thing about turkey trots being the day of Thanksgiving is probably not good for your stomach. It's just, Linda, no, don't get nachos before you go on a run. That's a bad idea.
Oh, bad idea.
Like very bad idea. Like no nachos. Like not that anyone came here for my race day routine, but like I have half a bagel with cream cheese before a bagel. I can speak correctly. Half a bagel with cream cheese before I leave, and I usually take these like little mini Cliff Bars. I'll have one of those like when I get wherever, because no race that I go to is like anywhere close to me, like is within a half hour. So like by the time I get there, I'm warming up. I'll eat another Cliff Bar, and then like I should be good for the race, and then afterwards I get hungry. But don't eat nachos. That's a lot of unnecessary
I just ignore
fat.
all the notifications that I get from my phone telling me I should go on a run. I have yet to actually start going running.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you got to turn off those notifications. The Nike Run Club app is good for tracking your runs.
Yes.
You got to turn off all the notifications, all the marketing stuff, because they're like, oh, you should be doing this. I'm like, no, I have you to track my runs. I'm using the Peloton app for the actual classes that I'm taking, but tracking, it's all it is. All Nike Run Club for me is tracking. But I feel like we haven't talked about this yet with the Thanksgiving episode. What is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Ooh. Well, I cook everything. The only thing I don't cook on Thanksgiving is we get pre-made rolls, because that way I just have to pop them in the oven.
That's fair.
And then we are a canned cranberry sauce household.
So am I.
Okay, good. I'm not alone. That was my favorite thing growing up, was the canned cranberry sauce. I love it.
I've had like the fresh stuff. It's not worth it.
It's not. I like my disgustingly sweet jelly of cranberry sauce. And then my dad fries the turkey.
Okay.
Which, thank goodness, because I had to cook the turkey one year because the frying pot had a hole in it, so it was a very bad Thanksgiving. That was a rough Thanksgiving.
Yeah, frying turkey is like is it really like that much faster to do it that way?
Depends, of course. It all depends on the size of the turkey. I want to say it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours usually to fry the turkey, and it does come out really crispy. And I'm grateful that my dad, if I were, because when I had to cook the turkey, I of course had to butter it up, get under that skin. I do everything that Bob does essentially, and roast it. But like when we fry it, he uses like just the injector and injects everything in so it stays moist, and then it does come out with a really crispy skin. So it does come out really, really yummy. But I also I do mashed potatoes. I do almost everything from scratch. The only things that are not from scratch are the rolls and the I just said cranberry sauce. But I do homemade mac and cheese myself. I make my own roux and cheese sauce. I do my own mashed potatoes. Like, I've now started adding in a vegetable because I'm having the debate with my family that I'm sorry, your mashed potatoes don't count as a vegetable.
Yeah.
But no one really likes green beans, so I make carrots. I do like a honey garlic roasted carrot.
Okay.
So, but I think the mac and cheese is my favorite, and that's such a lactose intolerant answer
Yeah,
because
right.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I put like 2 pounds of cheese into this macaroni and cheese. It's so freaking
It doesn't
amazing.
count. Mac and cheese doesn't count, in my opinion.
No.
There's so much pasta.
Like,
it barely counts.
will I regret it later? Maybe a little, but was it worth it every single time?
Yep.
Especially when you make it from scratch like that. Like,
yeah.
Because then I'm a sucker for punishment. I'll use heavy cream instead of just milk because it makes it creamier.
Yeah. That's not helping your body, though.
It's really not, but it's so freaking good. What's your favorite?
No, that's fair. So my family also does a lot of the stuff from scratch. Like what we generally offer depends on the year, depends on like what anyone feels like making. But this is a very basic answer. My dad makes mashed potatoes. He makes them. He I don't know how much garlic he puts in them, but he makes like a garlic mashed potato.
The limit does not exist.
It does not exist with like Yukon Gold potatoes. Like he's mastered the art of how to do that. And the green bean casserole is weirdly one of my favorites. It again is one of the most basic things ever.
I love
and,
it,
again,
but no one else eats it.
Like we don't do anything special with it. Like we're not making the cream of mushroom soup from scratch. We're literally using the recipe on the back of the package of French's fried onions.
Oh, but it's so good. Like, I swear I'm the only one that likes it here.
My whole family loves it, and like that's the one thing when we do have leftovers. I remind my parents, I'm like, please don't give it all away. I will eat it.
That happens here. It's so funny. It like everybody will come over here and like we do stuffing from the box too, but we've started getting Aldi has like specialty ones every year now. And so last year we did, I think it was like a brioche one. I think it was so good. Oh yeah, if you've got an Aldi near you around Thanksgiving, check it out. Trust me. Like they've got some good stuff that they come out with for that time of year. This entire episode, if you're not hungry by now, you're lying.
Sorry.
This entire episode has been food.
The chopped cheese, Thanksgiving food.
We can't help it. I mean, you give us a Thanksgiving episode, what do you think we're going to talk about?
Exactly.
But
this was a time. I will say this year for Thanksgiving though, we didn't give away all of the green bean casserole, but there was some left. But I wasn't home the day after Thanksgiving. My parents ate the green bean casserole, but by the time I came back, my mom texted me. She's like, "We finished it. I'm just gonna make you another one. We have extra." I'm like, "Okay." I wasn't complaining. Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna make it this year. Like it. And everybody's gonna
if you like it
because I love it. My husband hates green
beans. That's the thing of like, if you like it, that your opinion matters. You like it, make it. That's not like you can't say no one likes it, so I'm not gonna make it. You like it.
Well, my problem is I'm doing all the cooking.
I mean, yeah.
Because my sister had a baby to take care of last year, so she was like, I'm just gonna chill. My mom helped me some, but like my family didn't really do things from scratch growing up. But now I'm in charge of Thanksgiving, so I like to do it from scratch because it tastes better in my opinion. Fair. I can't do boxed potatoes anymore. I'm sorry. I need the from scratch aspect.
We've never been a potato flakes kind of family. Always from real potatoes.
Yeah. My family, they did it a little bit easier is the best way to word it when I was a kid.
And that's fair.
And it's completely fair when you've got that many people to feed. I just really love to cook. I am Bob. Like, I'm not Bob to the point that I talk to the turkey baster, but I'm Bob to the point that I want good food. I'm going to make good food. That's fair. If you ever find me talking to the turkey baster, like, maybe check me into somewhere, because that's not normal.
I'll text your husband if you start talking to the turkey baster, just to text me, and we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it all out. It'll be fine. I just might need a getaway for a little while. What did you rate this one?
So this one got a 10 for plot. Yay! Because this was a Thanksgiving horror episode.
Which is amazing.
Just a bizarre combination. It got a 9 for character and a 9 for personal. Again, it's one of those things. If I can't always quantify what makes a 10, but I can tell you when it's there and when it isn't. And for whatever reason, for character and personal, it's like this was a good. I wouldn't put this at the same caliber as I put my 30s. But
it's right there under.
Solid. It's right there, but it was like still pretty solid. So
I am not disappointed with season 5 for you so far at all.
No, so far, yeah, so far because this one got 28. So far season 5.
It's only 4 episodes.
I have it, but still for 4 episodes I've got a 26, a 30, a 24, and a 28.
That's really good.
Everything is sub 21
so far.
Or, sorry, everything is above 21.
Yeah.
Not sub.
So far, this season 5 is doing well for you.
Yeah.
It should be no surprise that this is a 30.
You don't
I
say.
love this episode.
No shit.
No shit. Thanks.
No shit, Sherlock. No, sorry.
All right. No, I mean, I can't help it. It's the first 30 of season 5 at least. I know I'll have at least. Yeah. Let me wait. I know I might have another one though in this. That one's gonna be a 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least one more. I think that one's a 32. Just looking at the list, and maybe one more.
And
I might have about 3 more 30s.
Yeah, so like we're both like on like a roll like right now at least with episodes because you've got a bunch of yours, and then like I for Once Upon a Time I currently have 2 30s in a row. I think I'm gonna end up with 3,
which is amazing.
I think 217 is another one that is a 30 for me because again this is a trio. Like I said, this is a trio of episodes that I watch all the time. So
I think season 5 is gonna be a good season for you though. Just like we've looked at things, I think season 5 will be your season, and so far, that's panning out to be that way.
Yeah. And it makes me mildly, I guess not sad, but I guess I feel a little bit bad that we're getting into a really good season for me, and we're about to enter the chaos that is season 3 of Once Upon a Time for you.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
Because here's the thing: is you're gonna love it and hate it at the same time. Because there's like I'm not kidding when I say like the title for the last episode was almost The Family Tree is basically a wreath, but there's multiple opportunities in season 3 for that to be the case again.
I'm so ready. Oh my god!
And you're gonna start being like, who isn't related to Henry?
Oh my god. Well, the good news is
the answer is no one.
We don't have random family members in Bob's Burgers. They're all here. True. You do get to meet another family member next time, though.
Okay.
That one's kind of obvious. Though.
Oh yeah, Bob's dead.
This is where it'll get interesting because we've had some like heartfeltness, I think, within Bob's Burgers, but it's mostly as the comedy aspect and the chaos and everything else. I'm really going from something like Dawn of the Peck straight into this next one is so fucking funny. It doesn't make any sense, but it's what happens.
Okay,
you'll enjoy it.
It's the vibes and the chaos that I've come to expect from Bob's Burgers.
And now you realize why I'm the way I am.
Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Once Upon a Time, episode 217, Welcome to Storybrooke. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and TikTok. And if you'd like to join our book club, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Katie and Lauren and edited by Katie.